Hey, this is Cal95. This is just a quick tip video. I got my A7III here, and I'm trying to simplify my life when it comes to using these type of complicated cameras. Now, I have read in forums and in the internet, or seen in the internet, that people are complaining about the menu system of the Sony. Yeah, it is kind of complicated in a way, but at the same time, it kind of shows you how powerful these camera from Sony's are, and it shows you how the functions are and the operation of it. So it can be hard. It can be confusing. So I just wanted to give you a quick tip on how to simplify the menus, and that's by using the memory recall functions. As you can see, I have a pad here and a pen, and that's because the first thing that I usually I would probably suggest is just write down the different modes and functions that you normally use. Like myself, I take pictures and at the same time do videos. So on the camera itself, you got two slots here, slot 1 and slot 2, and under each slot you are given like around 4 or 5 settings that you could actually customize for your own use. So I suggest jot down the functionality that you want and then transfer it to the camera. So let me show you quickly. Well, I'm not going to show you how to operate it and put in the settings, because there's a lot of videos out there, better videos out there, that can give you some tips on the step-by-step procedure on how to put the settings. But I just wanted to point that out, that you could actually make the menus better by customizing it. So let me show you the screen. All right, so you have your camera. Normally, you know, back then I would flip the dials here, like manual and shutter and aperture, you know, and deal with it through the FN button, and then I gotta scroll and do that every time I try to put the settings in. But now, since I'm doing photography and at the same time video work, there's a lot of settings that I use. So to simplify my use of the camera, I am using the memory recall, which is under the 1 and 2 dial here. So like for instance, on dial 1 or slot 1, it will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 5 settings here, and then that's slot 1. That's for my photography settings. But for my video settings, I go to slot 2. So again, on slot 2, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different settings that you can think of for your own use. Now, the reason why I said to make a list, I mean, you don't have to make a list, but like for instance, I'll show you. So when I do when I take pictures, like for instance portraits, when I do portraits, I usually like to use the AFS mode, and then it's a single, and then under focus spot. So I put it on number 1 position, and then M1. If let's say I'm doing portraits, but the subject is moving, and I need some sort of like shot after shot after shot, so I put in AFS, and then I do mid drive mode, and then the focus spot, and so and so. So you got all 5 different settings for different scenarios for you to use on the memory recall button. All right, so that's the memory recall tip that I could share with you. Also, I'd like to point out that the A7III, it has this other function or other menu that is very, very helpful to simplify the menu systems. So let's say you are always looking for, you know, different settings, and there's just a lot of different settings on this camera. I don't know if you noticed, but you see that star there? That's actually like your favorite settings that you could put in. So, like myself, I listed down all the menus that I tend to deal with every time, and I gathered all the menus that I usually go in. So for you to do that, you just go to that star. Oop, wait a minute. Oh yeah, go to that star, and then you could add items, sort items, delete page. So you could actually make your own menu of different operations that you want with your camera, so that you don't have to hunt down those hard to find menus if you don't remember the different pages of each of the settings. So it's a nifty feature, and my A6500 and my A6300 doesn't have this. Even my A7S doesn't have that. So I think this is a new one for these type of cameras. So that star is a big tip that I could tell you, that if you want to simplify the menu system, you could actually make your own. So I usually go to file format. I have the center lock on AF. I always hunt down that center lock button. I got creative style, picture perfect, or face registration. Aside from that, you know very well, you could customize the different buttons here too. So this video, yeah, I'm just telling you that this camera is it's very, very powerful, and it's not your basic camera like Sony is saying. So to simplify stuff, they provide you with different buttons and different favorite buttons that you could customize yourself and make it better for your own ease of use. All right, this is Cal95. Hope that helps, and till next time.